What not to pack in your carry-on. TSA will confiscate these. TSA doesn't mess around, and neither should you. The last thing you want is to start your trip by watching security pull your precious items out of your bag because they're not allowed on the plane. Knowing what not to pack in your carry-on can save you from confiscations, travel delays, fines, and lots of frustration. Having your pricey shampoo or grandma's jam tossed in the trash, or worse, getting in serious trouble over something in your bag is a terrible way to begin a vacation. To help you avoid that fate, here are the top 10 things you should never pack in your carry-on, along with some smart alternatives. Follow these tips, and you'll sail through TSA security with ease. 10th, oversized liquids and gels. We start with the classic mistake, packing liquids in containers larger than 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters. TSA's 311 rule means any liquid, gel, cream, or paste over that size in your carry-on is getting tossed. That includes obvious things like water bottles and shampoo, and not so obvious things like peanut butter or snow globes. Yes, those count as liquids if you can spread, squeeze, or spray it. It's considered a liquid and needs to be under the limit. What to do instead? Use travel-size containers, 3.4 ounces or smaller, for your toiletries and pack them in a clear quart bag. Buy drinks or bigger liquids after you get through security. If you must bring that special hot sauce or a large jar of grandma's jam, pack it in checked luggage or mail it to yourself. It's better than watching TSA throw your goodies away. 9. Sharp objects, knives, blades, etc. This one should be obvious, but plenty of people still get caught with sharp objects in their carry-on. Any kind of knife or blade is a no-go. Pocket knives, Swiss Army knives, box cutters, razor blades, and even scissors with blades longer than about 4 inches will be confiscated. Don't assume you can hide it deep in your bag. TSA's X-rays will find it, and you could be pulled aside. One traveler even tried hiding a knife in a burrito. Nice try, but no luck. What to do instead? Keep knives and sharp tools in your checked luggage or leave them at home. Always double-check pockets and bags for forgotten knives or multi-tools before you head to the airport. It's better to remove it beforehand than to watch security take it away. 8. Sporting equipment as weapons. Love sports? Great, but leave the bulk of your gear out of your carry-on. Items like baseball bats, golf clubs, hockey sticks, lacrosse sticks, and pool cues are all prohibited in the cabin. Even though they're sports equipment, they can be used as heavy blunt weapons, so TSA won't let them through. Basically, if you can swing it with force and whack someone, it's not coming on board with you. What to do instead? Check these items in your luggage, or ship them ahead if you need them at your destination. Most sports gear can go in checked baggage, properly packed, even though it's banned from carry-on. Or consider renting equipment at your destination to save the hassle. By the way, smaller items like tennis rackets are generally fine in carry-on, but that baseball bat isn't. Bringing your toolbox on a trip, not in your carry-on. Tools longer than 7 inches, 18 centimeters, are banned in cabin baggage. That means your full-size wrench, hammer, crowbar, large screwdriver, or saw needs to go in checked out luggage. These heavy objects could be used to club or threaten someone, so TSA won't allow them through security. Believe it or not, people have tried to carry on things like car engine parts and giant wrenches. Definitely not okay. What to do instead? Pack any necessary tools in your checked bag, tightly wrapped or sheathed, so they won't damage your other belongings. If you only need a small tool, make sure it's under the size limit and has no sharp blades. When possible, it might be easier to borrow or buy tools at your destination rather than lug them through the airport. 6. Self-defense items, pepper spray, stun guns, etc. You might carry self-defense gadgets day to day, but they can't fly in your carry-on. Items like pepper spray or mace, stun guns, tasers, brass knuckles, and even martial arts weapons, nunchucks, throwing stars, you name it, are all prohibited in the cabin. They pose a serious risk if deployed on a plane. Imagine the chaos if pepper spray went off in mid-flight. TSA will confiscate any such items at the checkpoint for everyone's safety. What to do instead? Either leave these self-defense items at home or pack them in checked luggage if allowed. For example, a small can of pepper spray can usually go in a checked bag, one per passenger, with a safety cap, but it's never allowed in carry-on. If you're worried about personal safety while traveling, consider alternatives like a loud whistle or personal alarm that won't be confiscated. 5. Big lithium batteries and electronics. Batteries power our gadgets, but they can also be a fire hazard on planes. Lithium batteries in your small electronics, phone, laptop, camera, are fine in carry-on, but oversized or certain spare batteries are restricted. Extra large power banks, e-bike or scooter batteries, and hoverboard battery packs often exceed the allowed capacity and are banned from both carry-on and checked luggage due to fire risk. TSA and airlines will confiscate batteries or devices that exceed safety limits. What to do instead? Only travel with batteries within airline-approved limits. Generally, batteries up to around 100 watt-hours, typical for laptops and chargers, are allowed. If you're unsure whether your big battery pack is okay, check with your airline beforehand. And never pack loose lithium batteries in checked bags. If you must bring spares, carry them in your carry-on, protected against short circuit. If a battery is damaged or swollen, don't bring it on the plane at all. 4. Hazardous chemicals, corrosives, toxics, etc. It should go without saying, but any hazardous chemicals are forbidden in carry-ons. This includes things like bleach, strong cleaning agents, pool chlorine, acids, and other poisonous or corrosive substances. Even if you have a legitimate use for it, cleaning, science project, etc., it's not allowed on the plane. These substances can leak fumes, burn skin, or even be misused to harm others, so TSA will make you give them up if they find them. What to do instead? Don't travel with dangerous chemicals. Buy whatever cleaning supplies or chemicals you need at your destination, rather than packing them. And if you have something unusual, like a mercury thermometer or a bottle of chemical solvent, leave it at home or find an alternative. When you're flying, it's best to keep anything that can corrode or poison off the plane entirely. 3rd, flammable items, fuels and fire starters. If it can easily catch fire or explode, it doesn't belong in your carry-on. Gasoline, lighter fluid, butane, propane canisters, and other fuels are strictly forbidden. Planning a camping trip, you'll have to buy your camp stove fuel at your destination because it can't fly with you. Basically, anything designed to ignite or burn vigorously will be confiscated for everyone's safety. Even certain high-proof alcoholic beverages, over 70% alcohol, count as flammable liquid, so don't pack that super strong liquor in your carry-on. A quick note on lighters and matches. Common disposable lighters, like a Bic, and one book of matches are allowed on your person or in carry-on, but you cannot bring torch lighters, lighter fluid refills, or multiple lighters. Those will get taken away by TSA. What to do instead? Don't travel with fuels or flammable items, period. Buy any necessary flammable stuff, fuel, solvents, etc. at your destination and leave the fireworks for when you're back on the ground. 2. Firearms and ammunition. This should be a no-brainer. No guns in your carry-on. Yet every year TSA finds thousands of firearms in carry-on bags, most of them loaded. Bringing any firearm to the security checkpoint will land you in serious trouble. Expect police involvement, hefty fines, and a missed flight at the very least. It's not just actual guns. Replica or toy guns, firearm parts, and ammunition, yes, even a single bullet, are all prohibited in carry-on luggage. If security sees something gun-shaped in your bag, they will assume it's real until proven otherwise. What to do instead? If you absolutely must travel with a firearm or ammo, it must go in checked baggage. Follow the proper procedure. The gun should be unloaded in a locked, hard-sided case and declared to the airline at check-in. That is the only way firearms are allowed on a plane. For anything that even looks like a gun, play it safe and pack it in checked or leave it behind. Don't take chances. TSA isn't joking around with this one. 1. Explosives and anything that looks like one. If it goes boom, it's not allowed. This category is as strict as it gets. No bombs, no explosive material, not even something that just looks like a bomb. Obvious things like dynamite, grenades, plastic explosives, blasting caps, and gunpowder are completely forbidden. But don't overlook the smaller stuff. Fireworks, firecrackers, flare guns, and other pyrotechnics are also explosives and can't fly. TSA has even found folks trying to bring inert grenades and novelty explosives in their bags. Pro tip, even if it's fake, it will be treated as real until experts are sure. You do not want to be the person who shuts down an airport because of a funny replica grenade in your bag. What to do instead? There's no alternative here. Never pack explosives or fake explosives in your luggage. If you somehow have an item that could be mistaken for a bomb, leave it at home or find another safe, legal way to transport it. When it comes to anything explosive, don't bring it near an airport, period. Bonus packing tips for a smoother security experience. Know the rules. A little preparation goes a long way. Familiarize yourself with the basic TSA rules, like the 311 liquids rule and the items we've discussed. If you're unsure about something, use the TSA's online "What Can I Bring?" tool or app to check. And remember, if you're not sure an item is allowed, when in doubt, leave it out or put it in checked luggage. Pack smart and light. The less clutter in your carry-on, the lower the chance you've accidentally packed something that's not allowed. Stick to essentials in your cabin bag. Use travel-size containers for toiletries and keep them in that clear quart bag. Organize your items so that electronics and liquids are easy to pull out for screening. A tidy, minimal carry-on makes for a quicker, drama-free security check. Double check your bag. Before you head out to the airport, take a minute to rifle through your carry-on one last time. Open every zipper and pocket. You'd be surprised how often people forget a pocket knife or scissors in a bag from a previous trip. Catch it at home and you won't lose it at the checkpoint. A final once-over can save you a lot of grief. Stay calm and polite at security. If TSA agents pull your bag aside for a closer look, don't panic. Stay patient and respectful. Arguing or joking about forbidden items, please, no bomb jokes, will only make things worse. If you did accidentally pack something you shouldn't have, you'll usually get the option to surrender it on the spot. Accept that gracefully. It's better to give up that item than to miss your flight or get into legal trouble. Well, there you have it, folks. These are the items that you should stay away from when heading on a flight. Remember to watch out that they don't sneak into your luggage when you're packing. Thank you for watching, and remember to like the video and subscribe to not miss out on next tips to make your flying more comfortable.